Hello, welcome back. We're going to do 1943 early, the final mission, which is mission 6. And just to recap, we are at 16 victory points. And in order to win this season, we need 20. So we must get 4 victory points this round, or we will finish this season without a win. We definitely have enough to not lose, but in order to get a win, we need 4 more. So, without any further ado, let's get started here. Just cleaning up some stuff on the board. As usual, we're going to do red and black. Red is 3. That means we're going to do map 2. And black is 5, so it's outbound. Now, one of the things that we have here is our experience points. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not quite enough to use it twice, but we can use it once. So there's a couple of things here. If this was inbound, we get 2 victory points per destroyed plane or fallen plane. Here we're only going to get 1 victory point. So we would need to down 4 planes here. We only need to down 2 planes there. Obviously, we've had a lot of good luck in map 1 versus map 2. So we could capitalize on that and try to... let's just go with map 2. And it is an outbound mission. All right, red and black. This is operational points and escort. That's what we wanted. A perfect 10 and a 9. Those are both excellent rolls. So for an outbound mission, we are at 16 operation points. And with the 9, we have an L9P, which means that the escorts don't arrive until turn 9. That is what we wanted. That's absolutely what we wanted. So even though it's map 2, we have 16 operational points. We have a lot of things working out in our favor. Now, let me just see here. During mission setup, each expenditure allows you to make a selection, thus overriding a dice roll. The only limit to the number of commands you are allowed to is to spend. Okay, so here's what I'm curious about, and I might post this on Board Game Geek, is was I allowed to roll for everything, and now that I know what the entire setup is, now I spend 7 experience points. Can I do that? Or was I supposed to spend 7 experience points the moment I found out what this was? Or the moment I found out what that was? Without rolling for this or this, was I supposed to spend my 7 there? That I don't know the answer to. I mean, if you read the rules, it just says you can spend 7 to change them. So there's some benefit here to going through them all. I got 16 operational points. I mean, I could say, let's do map 1 and then just crush it. So that's some of what's going through my mind. But I'm actually going to hold on to my experience points. I have a feeling they're going to be very helpful once we get into these later missions. And I also feel like I can get 4 victory points without needing the boost. We got what we wanted. The operational points and then the escorts. So the only thing that may have been hokey is this map 1 is a beautiful map. It's real easy to get experience points on map 1. When we flip over to map 2 here, there's a lot of high numbers, and that's always an issue. But let's give it a try. See how we do. And it's no big deal if we don't win this season. We still have other opportunities. Okay, trying to find my situation manual. I guess before we do that, we should spend our points. With us having 16 points, there is a lot to spend. So let's do our experienced pilots first. Our experts. We have Adamite, Bauer, Heller, and Kremler. So we have 4 experts that are still alive. And then coming down here, we have, unfortunately, by letting my son play, it looks like I'm going to be saying Buttfargen a lot more for the rest of the mission. He has 1 experience point, Richter has 2, and Zweigart has 1. Richter is injured, so we can't use him, so we'll grab Zweigart. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're at 6. And then we're going to get cannons. 2 sets of cannons. I'm just going to grab 1. So that's 7, 8. So I have cannons for everybody right now. And that's 8 operational points out of 16. So that leaves me with 8 left. And I know it hasn't worked out for us. It really and truly hasn't worked out for us. But here we go. 4 BF-110s for 9. 4 BF-110s for 10. And then a set of 4 bombs for each. That's 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 2 left. And so my choices are, do I send out some of my noobs? And I can't, because I'm 4 victory points away from winning this. So I need to go for broke. So I'm going to get, let's just see what we got here. We got Mack and Newman. I'll get Mack and Newman, and they just won't have any cannons. So that's 18. Or no, I'm sorry, we only get to do 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is our 16 points. So I'm just a glutton for punishment, but I don't know. I guess the statistics, if you sit down and think about the math, they will never favor this strategy of doing this, but we're going to do it. And I'm going to learn my lesson and keep these guys oblique and evasive so they don't take as much damage. But I really believe I can get Swarm and some other pretty cool benefits by using them. So let's, without further ado, let's get started. So we're now on map 2, outbound, page 11. Let's get our die out of the way. Okay, let's roll, see what kind of damage. I rolled a 1. Yeah, that's a 1. So 1 plane in the formation was damaged. It was that one right there. So up front, so that guy right there, it's a wing clip for just 1 damage. And then we're gonna roll for anchored. I rolled a 6. Anchored level and low flank are out. So reaching over here for the anchored tokens. Bring this up. Level and low are not available to us. Okay, now for the sun. I rolled an 8. Boy, we've had a lot in a row here of no sun, and this is yet another one. Tactical points. 3 gets us 1 whopping tactical point. And the escorts are arriving on turn 9. Way the bloody up there. And I rolled a 1 for the flight limit, which is just 5 turns. Okay, I'm considering right here increasing that. I need 4 victory points to win this. And 5 turns is not a lot of turns. I'm just thinking in my head I will get maybe at most 2 attacks. I have to down 4 planes. I mean, I do have a lot of fighters I'm going to be putting onto the field, but that's a tall order. Rolling a 1 there was awful. So I'm thinking of sending 7 staff experience and putting it to, I can put it to 9, or I can put it all the way up to 12. Twelve seems like overkill. Anything up to 9 would have been nice, because I don't want to deal with the escorts, but 5 is just so short. Man, any other number would have been better. Sorry, I'm really hung up on this decision. What an awful roll. Okay, I'm going to stick with it. We'll do 5 turns. And the cannons, we're going to assign to all of our experts and the veterans that have experience, and then these 2 veterans won't have a cannon. All of the VF-110s, doesn't matter who they are, they all have bombs, so I'm just representing it with 1 token on each. And we have anchored positions here in the oblique. So off we go. All right. First step is move. So we learned something a few missions ago. I could come in low and move my bombers up high, which takes several turns. Or I can come in low on the oblique in the flank there, and I can go to any tail for 0 TP. And so that's my lesson that I learned, and I'm going to use it with them. And so here's the thing, I'm just studying the map. Obviously there's some weak spots here in the nose, but the tail is very strong. So if I'm attacking with, say, this group, and I have a group coming from the nose and a group coming from the tail group is going to be subjected to a lot of hits. So having them coming from the oblique side, however, this one's bad, but these 2 are good. And it seems to be true no matter which element I look at. In this element, the rear is safer, but then the nose is not. But the obliques on these are the same story. It's mostly good, but there's a few bad spots. So I would say as far as what has the best oblique, it would be oblique and nose, and it would be this group element or that group over there. Because you can see these 2s from the oblique side. There's a 2 from the oblique side and then a 4. Then for the nose, it's still a 2 and a 2. So, and then of course this nose would be bad, being at a 3. And you got a similar story over here. Obviously the oblique on this would be from either side, would be okay, but if I go in here, then it's bad. Okay, so thinking about this some more, I'm going to come in at the nose. Now, from the nose, you can go to the tail low for 0 or flank any for 0. So that's an interesting one too. So I'm going to do 4. Actually, I'm gonna replace one of these with one of my regular guys. There. And then I'm going to, these are gonna go there. And I'm actually gonna put all of them low. But that's gonna be a different stack, and it'll make sense in a second. Okay, nothing else happens, so we go to turn 2. And the flight limit's just 5. So we're already on turn 2. Okay, so these guys, I'm going to move to the high position. Over here, they're getting ready to do their bombs. These guys are gonna move up to level. And then these guys, if you look at what it says you can go to any flank for 0. And so we're gonna go to high flank over here. And high flank over there. We're gonna split them up. I'm going after this. And I wanna go after flank for low values here and flank for low values here, and then come from the front there. And yes, we are gonna have to have some collision checks. But the method to my madness is those guys are gonna be determined, but these guys are gonna be evasive. And when I do the collision check, it's for one fighter in the space, and the collision check will be on the evasive guy, not on the determined one. Aha, I'm being smart. Let's find out if my SMRT is going to work here. So that ends turn 2. Moving to turn 3. So this is what I stay up at night thinking about between videos, is how am I gonna do this smarter? So let's try this. See if this works. I am in my move step, and they're gonna go up to drop their bombs. Like so. We're going in high approach, and level approach. So give me a second as I grab a whole bunch of these. We're gonna need them. And now remember, my wave can only have 6. So I didn't think this through all the way. So what I would do then is these guys would both be at the nose. And where's he at? That one there would have been there. It would have been like this. Okay, so these 4 are going to be in the wave along with this one and that one over there. They're all going to be in one wave. 6 squad wave, and then I'll use the other 2 later. And hopefully this will make sense as we get into this. And then I'm also going to, so let's get some of this going. Those are high, and then we have some level. So I'm just gonna put 1. There we go. So we're just gonna do that for now, and then I'll fill them up as I go. Okay, so the bombs, however, I'm not gonna drop here because I feel like I'm gonna tear this area up on my own. I'm gonna drop the bombs like over on this group or on that group over there. That's what I'm gonna do. So the bombs are gonna go elsewhere. And considering that these 2 are coming from the nose, I think I want to drop my bombs either here because there's 2 nose positions that are relatively cheap, or there for the same reason. And so I'll worry about that actually very soon here, because that's actually the next step, is blast and flak. Okay, so I need to grab the sheet for blast and flak. And remember, this is a very frustrating process, but we're gonna do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 8 of them, and I can choose to do like 4 here and 4 over there, but that's just thinking way too optimistically. I know how this plays out, and it never plays out well. So we're gonna do all 8 right there. And here's our little box. We are BF 110, so we need a 5 or higher to make it past this first stage. There's 8 of them. I'm gonna roll 2 dice at a time, and we just need a 5 or higher. So there's a 5, there's a 9. So I'm just gonna take 2 of them and show that those succeeded. Let's keep going. A 1 and a 1. There's 2 that are out. Next 2. A 3 and a 3. Yeah, you're living up to your potential here. And a 1 and a 7. So out of the 8, only 3 survived. That was statistically not in our favor. I mean, well, actually, statistically, it should have been in our favor, but we defied the odds. So don't go to Vegas today. Next is our blast location. Remember, you're rolling for red and black. You want to get numbers, the higher number in this region, and then if the lower number is a 1 to 4, it still does no damage. So we're going to start, we'll move them off to the side here, but we'll start with the first one. All right, so I rolled a 9 and a 5. The red 9 is a really excellent spot, which is here, and the 5 is 1 damage. So that's super duper good. We get to pick which one. I'm going to pick this guy here, and this is the damage. It's 1 damage. By the way, I mentioned on a video I didn't know what that sun meant, and I read that it was in the advanced rules. So we're not doing advanced rules, so I don't need to worry about that at the moment. So we do 1 damage, and this detonates, and that's used for cohesion checks later. Let's roll for the next one. 10 and a 7. So the black 10 is a perfect hit. So it goes right in the middle, and the 7 means it's 2 damage, and I'm going to pick on, ooh, should I pick on the same bomber? No. I want cohesion failures, so I'm going to pick on this bomber right there. So we're going to do 2 damage. The first one is a wing, and the second one is a 10. So let's roll for that. It was the black die I rolled. So we did 1 and 2. Okay. Now we roll for the last one. I rolled a 7 and a 2. So we already know by looking at that 2 that it's no damage, but the detonation did occur there, according to the table. So overall, I guess this was a little better than the last 2 times. It still wasn't, for the amount of OP spent, I don't know how impactful that was. The good news is we got lots and lots of markers on there, so the cohesion check, which we're going to do right now, is very likely to fail. And of course I roll a 10. You fuck. Fudge mucker. So these go away. Okay, that is done. Now I get to do my attack. Now my original intention was to attack there. I can, if I want, I can change my mind and go here. It's not necessarily a bad thing, although the oblique approaches are very bad. Yeah, we're gonna stay up here. So we're gonna do these 4 guys. They're coming from the same approach. They're the same type of fighter. So we're gonna qualify for Swarm. That's our goal. And we're gonna qualify for this Rota or Rot. And we're gonna qualify for position because we have multiple directions and altitudes. Those are high there and there. Okay, so This guy is going to come in to the front for there. This guy's coming in the front for there. This one's going to do a nose from there. And then we have one more. And I'm going to do a nose. There. I have to. Because if I go here, which is what I want to do, I'm going to have to roll 3 collision checks. I don't want to do that. Oh no, I'm fine. In fact, I do want to go here. So these two are both going after that. Now this guy is coming in from the high flank, and he's going to go in that same spot, but he's doing an oblique attack, a flank attack there. And then this one is doing the same thing. He's coming in here. So this plane is being attacked 3 times. 2 from the flank, 1 from the front. These 2 are attacking there, and this one's going to attack this by himself. And there's one other change I want to make. Wherever he's at, Adamite needs to be in here somewhere. So I may, yes. So I'm going to replace this Heller guy here with Adamite, and you'll understand why in a second. And I'll explain why now. Adamite, if you remember, is an expert that has the aim ability, so he can manufacture a free hit. So since he's all by himself against this bomber, I'm guaranteeing that 1 hit goes against that bomber. That's why I chose for Adamite to be in this soiree here. And so now here's the masterfulness of my strategy. Everybody's going to be determined, so I can qualify for Schwarm and Rote, because it's going to be 4 fighters that are determined, they're same fighter type, and from the same approach box. And so that is the case here with these 2. So they're both qualifying for this. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 from the same approach box. So that qualifies for Schwarm. And then, of course, position doesn't care as much, but I qualify for that as well. Now, the trick is these 2 are going to go evasive. Mac and Newman. They're going to go evasive, and when I do the collision check for this space and the collision check for this space, I'm going to do it with the evasive guys. The rules say I get to choose who. And so I'm going to choose them, and they get bonuses on evasive checks. So let's see how that plays out for us, or collision checks, I mean. So we're going to do the one up north first, or up here, and we got E2P. Okay, so just make sure we don't get this wrong. First of all, we don't have the 2P. Pay the TP cost and the fighter breaks away to the tail. If you do not, the fighter exits. Only the fighter. The other one stays. So this guy exits, but the other one stays. So we still qualify for Schwarm. If I somehow lose this one, I'm going to lose this, because I need at least 1 guy that's coming in from a different direction and high in order to get this. Okay, so next up, we're going to grab another one. This, by the way, because we were evasive, goes back in the cup. And no impact. All right, so the plan is working out perfectly. So we get a position, we get the Rote, and we get the Schwarm. All 3 of them are available, and let's go do some carnage. So I'm going to start with, which one should I start with? What's this number? That number is a 2. This number is a 1. Yes, he's a 1. So we're going to start with him. He's going to come in with a 1. He's determined. Oh, I have to tell you which way I'm going, or at least tell the game. I'm sure you don't care so much. He's going to climb straight. to the tail. He's going to, well, in fact, they're all going to climb. So these are all climbing to the tail. Because they're coming from the nose, so they're going to climb to the tail. And then this one who's evasive is going to dive, roll towards, nope, he's just going to dive to the other flank. We're going to do similar things. Okay, now we're going to resolve that one. So this is a nose card. We're coming in from the nose at level determined. All right, let's do this. Nose, threat level 1, level determined. So he's going to take a hit and do a hit. This is Buttfargen. So he does not have luck or anything. So we'll go ahead and use position to cancel that hit. And he does a hit and he has a cannon. So we're going to draw 2 damage tokens. And I am going to just draw 2. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to draw a 10 and a 5 and a 0 and a 1. I'm going to go for, I want to go for the points. So let's get a good roll here. Yes, yes, yes. So we get Fallen. Exactly what we wanted. Well done. Well done. Okay, so Buttfargen gets a victory or an experience point for that. And then our staff gets an experience point and a victory point. So we only need 3 more. And paying attention, it's a progress of 2. So he's going to move 1, 2, like that. Okay, that's what we wanted. So now this is going to impact both of them. So I will resolve Adamite next. So he is now a 1 coming in level. So it's the same kind of check. And Adamite has his aim ability or target ability. So we're going to use that for sure. And here we go. We have 1 level. So it's basically the same thing except he has to do a collision check. So let's do the collision check for Adamite. And the collision check is no impact. Now since he's determined, that stays on the board. And we actually get to draw for 2 hits because he gets 1 from this and he gets another one because of his ability. And he moves 1, 2. So he's in a bit of a kill zone over there. And more importantly, he no longer qualifies for these, but we should be okay. He has luck. All right, so here's the first one. I gotta put this back in the box. All right, just shaking them back up again. Here's the first hit. We have a choice between a 2 or a 1. And this is superior in every way. So we're gonna put that in. And we're going to roll for a 9. Got a 3. So he just did 2 damage to there. Okay, now the next hit. There's a nice one. A 5. That's a 2. And a 0. We're going for the kill. So let's roll well. Roll well. There we go. We got it. Another Fallen. And it can't get up. All right. Staff gets 1. We get 1. And who was it? That was Adamite. He gets another experience. And very well done. Goes back in the box. Put that away. Let's go ahead and do this guy because this one has nobody to hit. So he's coming in high from the oblique. It's a 1. 1 oblique high, but he's evasive. He actually does a hit, which doesn't help us. And he moves 1, 2, like so. And nothing happens to him, which is good. Okay, now we go to these last two guys. So here's the interesting decision. Kremler is our expert. This one is not our expert. Kremler only has 1 experience point, so it's not like he's brimming with them. We want Zweigert to start getting some experience points. So, okay, Kremler is going to just do a normal attack. So we're going to roll for him, or I'm sorry, draw a card for him. He's coming from the nose at level. This is a 1, so just like the other 2 attacks. So here we go. We have a 1, level, determined. He takes a hit and does a hit. Okay, so Kremler has the luck ability, and we're going to use that. So M6L. I know I have this, but I'm going to save it in case my non-expert guy gets hit. So, and then here's the good news. He does a hit to the bomber, but he does progress to 1, 2. This is a problem. We're going to probably take some hits here. And let's roll for the hit. Uh-oh. 8. Oh my gosh. I didn't even use Swarm. That's crazy. All right, that comes out. I was trying to give experience points to Zweigert. That was the whole goal of that. Give experience to Zweigert. And so we took it down 1, and we are 1 victory point away from winning this season. And so this goes away. And then we're going to draw the last one. And that is now a 0 at the nose. So he's moving 2, and he would have damaged the bomber. But he did not. And so those were all excellent rolls. Coming in level is a very sweet strategy. And we did all of that and didn't even use the Swarm. This is still available for these 2 guys. But these other ones it's not available for because they left the element. So that could hurt us. So let's draw some continuing fire. I'm going to draw the 2 cards for the ones that are in the element. So this one is a 1. And he is evasive. That's the evasive guy. Yes. So he takes no hit. So he will return high. Or no, he's diving. I'm sorry, he's diving. He's going to return there. Okay, and then we go to the other one. That's a 4. And nothing impacts it. So this is a bad one. So there's a 4 determined and no hit. Wow, that's really rare. Wow. Okay. So he was climbing, and he makes it return high. And those are done. This is not usable anymore. So now we have 3 more guys left. So I'm going to go grab 3 more cards. We're going to do the one that's by himself first. That's a 3. It is determined. So he takes a hit. And that is Adamite. So Adamite is going to use his luck. And he used his target. Yes, I put this on the wrong one last time. So he used his luck and his target on mission 6. So he avoided the hit, thankfully. Now we're going to do this veteran here. And they are in a 3 area. So this is a situation where I should have used that. If climbing or climb rolling, draw another card, ignore it, but apply hits from both cards. He's taking a hit for this, and he's taking a hit for that. So he's taking 2 hits. That's not good. He's a expert. That's in the wrong box. All right, well, that's a good number. And that is not a good number. So he will return high and very likely is out of the mission, and we're going to be praying for his return, his safe return, because he is very precious to us and we might lose him. And that was all because we were coming in from the nose and he progressed too deep. Okay, now we're going to draw for this guy. It is a 3. He does take a hit, and there's some friendly fire. I rolled even. So the friendly fire is we get to place a damage marker on the nearest bomber. Well, that is very clearly and obviously that one. So I'm going to grab this, and we're going to roll a die. I rolled a 10. Oh my gosh, we got another one. This one goes down, and then I do give credit to Zweigert, and because the developer says everything's simultaneous, and we have a win. Unfortunately, I'm taking another hit, which is that. All right, so we're gonna take that back, put this on, goes to that box back there. All right, that was the end of the first wave. If it weren't for the continuing fire piece, that was extremely positive. Okay, so now we're gonna go, and we still have 2 more we have to deal with, and they're coming in from the nose at level, and I'm going to put them here and here, and we're gonna try to take these guys out. Their threat level is 2, or lethality is 2 for each of these, and they're both climbing, so that's not an issue. In fact, in this case, it's smarter to climb, because if they go 2 through like the other ones did, they're going to smaller numbers. These ones I should not have had climb. I should have had them roll, so they would have moved along these smaller numbers, or even roll this way, because they would have only gone to here and not gone any further. It was dumb of me. I need to pay attention to where they're going to end up. But anyways, these 2 are going to both climb. They do have luck, so I could go determined. I've already won the mission, or the scenario, I mean, so I don't need to get crazy here. So I'm thinking I may want to just go evasive with them. Nope, I'm gonna go determined. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one. It is a 2 level, and so he just takes a hit. That's Bauer. So Bauer is going to do mission 6, luck. So he progresses 2, 1, 2. I can get rid of that. And then we have the last one, which is a 2. If I would have gone evasive, I would have hit. So Heller is going to use luck, and Heller progresses 2. So they did no damage at all. It was not worth it. Okay, now we do continuing fire. We're going to start with Heller. Heller is in a 2 zone and takes a hit. They're climbing, not diving. So once again, the choice not to go evasive is backfiring, and that does me no good. And then the last one, if climbing or climb rolling after his own continue, spend 1 TP or exit. He is not taking a hit, and so we will spend the 1 TP to save him, and so he does get saved. And those are gone. All right, we move to mission turn 4. There's only one more turn left. This one, I forgot to move back. Okay, so we're on turn 4. We do move. The only ones to move are those bombers. They drop their bombs. So let me take the bomb tokens away from them. And the bombers are going to come in. They can come in and arrive high anywhere. And you can see here they can go to any tail position for 0. And then there they can go to any flank or tail position for 0. The important thing is there's only one more turn. So wherever they go, they're attacking from that spot. So they can't get fancy. So what we're going to do is I have to pay attention to where can I do a determined attack so I can get swarm. And that group there is awful, attacking from this side. From that side, it's good. So we're going to put 4 in that oblique. And then 4 high on this side. And I'm thinking maybe here. Yeah, let's do that. So that was the move command. And now we do return. So this one's going to return up. And he's not going to get to attack. Because on the last turn of the game, he's just going to basically move to low. And he won't ever be able to get into an approach box. So he's pretty much out of the mission. These ones, however, are in the mission. They're all going to be approaching high tail. And then these 3 here don't get to move, but I'm just bringing them closer so we can resolve their recovery. So let's start with this guy here. It's Heller. We need a 6 or better. Perfect, perfect. Okay, and I don't care that they won't be able to participate in the mission. The fact that they're staying alive, the Bee Gees would be proud. That's a 3. This guy failed. It's a fuselage. So Zweigert is going to spend 30 days in the hole here. Let's hope he gets home. This one, I don't have high hopes of surviving, but I'm going to roll the 3 first. I got the 6, so that one goes away. So now we have a cockpit one. Oh my gosh. Excellent. And who was that? That was Kremler. My goodness, I think from a previous video, he had horseshoes and 4-leaf clovers growing out of his butt. I don't know what else. What else is a lucky rabbit's foot? He has a rabbit's foot coming out of his butt now. That's a lot of stuff in his butt. Okay. So they go there. And that was very surprising, and I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased with that. That was an excellent outcome. Okay. Skip. Cohesion check. So we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I rolled a 5, so this goes away. Now, you might be wondering, why am I rolling for this if all the bombers are gone? Well, some spaces like here are still in the element, and that's still a full 4. So if I can get this to become loose and then later kaput, then this becomes... Oh, nope. The designer even wrote about this. They are a permanent -2 once you get all the bombers. So this is now a 2. And that actually might have changed some of my checks. Well, let's not worry about it. We're surviving just fine. Okay, now we go over to here. And this one's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course I roll 5, so they're still staying cohesive there. And we move to the last turn. Okay, last turn. We have these BF-110s are coming in high. These ones are coming in high. These 3 are coming in high. And then all these can do is just, they're basically exiting the mission. There's nothing they can do. right? And so we can do swarm. We can do lots of stuff, in fact. What we won't be able to do is position, because everybody is high. I don't have two different altitudes. Can I so that one is easier. These guys over there, those are easier, because since these are coming from the tail, I can make it so the tail and the flank are using the same spot. This one, however, I don't think I can pull it off. I can do it here and here, but those are like awful kill zones. Same story here. I'm trying to make these guys determined so we can get swarm, while at the same time have those guys come in and maybe be evasive, so that way we could do the same trick, right? Where we cheat the collision test in a way. That's what I'm trying to do. And I can do that if I'm willing to go here, but that's a big kill zone. And I would have to do it in that one, because that plane doesn't exist. All right, these two, we'll just do this. They're both gonna come in determined. We'll have to do 2 collision checks. They're coming in oblique, high. Everybody's high, so I'm not gonna bother with the blue stuff. They're coming in determined. They're just gonna go straight across, and these are gonna climb. Those ones are gonna dive. I'll put 1 token on one of them. And we're going to try for swarm. Then these guys, so I need at least 1. And I will do this guy right there. And then here, I'm going to go flank, flank, and flank. So I'm going to put 2 of them there, and then this guy's going to come in from the tail there, or Adamite will, but he'll be evasive. So we're going to do the trick with him, and then this one will just come there. So we will do that. Do you want to come join me?
Yeah.
Come on over. I'm in the middle of recording. As you guys might recall, this is Jason. He's back.
Hi.
And so I'm on my last round.
Oh.
I've scored enough victory points to win the season. Not the campaign, but the season. And I'm doing my final run. So I really don't want my stuff to die, but I'm also trying to score more. And I don't know why, because I was told that all the victory points reset. So this was stupid. I probably should have just exited. In fact, I'm going to tell my viewers that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and exit all my guys. We're not attacking this last round. There's no benefit to it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually there is. I could get experience points. But most of these are BF 110s, and I'm not going to get experience for them. They're only going to get destroyed and hurt me. So I'm going to exit. My mission's over. I accomplished what I wanted. I got my season win. That's the way to play this. We got to be smart about it. The allies are pesky, and we need to save our energy for another day. So, as you can see, I did quite a bit of damage. Yep. All right.
Like 4 times.
So, do you want to roll for my my wounded guy?
Oh, it's still Richter.
No. I got Zweigert here. So,
4.
you rolled a 4. That's not good. He caught on fire. So now we're gonna decide if he's alive. You need to roll higher than a 4, mister. Another 4. I'm not letting you roll anymore. Zweigert died. So we need another Z name. I'm gonna go with Ziggy. And then Zweigert's 2 experience points goes kaput. Thanks, Jason. You can go back to playing Fortnite and get out of here.
I don't play Fortnite, but fine.
No, you want to roll for my wounded guy?
This one?
Yep.
8.
Oh, doesn't do anything. Oh, it's the end of the season, so it doesn't matter. He comes back anyways. Okay, that's it. We got a win. So this was 20 victory points, which is a win. We got 2 wins already. Off to, what is the next season?
1943 mid.
1943 mid. Woohoo! Thank you, Jason.